Let me go back so I don't miss anything because this is an important part.
Yeah, value. To be like quite honest with you, we'll get into the investment and stuff like that. But this isn't free, obviously. I'm sure you know that. And the last thing we want is to put you in a worse financial situation. Hurt you financially. We want to help you financially. Do you have capital set aside to also invest into a mentor and take that step? I want you to know you're not just investing into marriage. You're not investing into her. You're investing in yourself. You're investing in your skill set to have the confidence to make money in the market. Now, obviously, that comes with capital. I know you've been trading. How much capital have you been able to set aside, John, to be able to invest in a mentor as well as to trade in your brokerage account?
Probably about 1,000.
Okay, is that like the last dollar amount?
That's Canadian too, as
That you're
well.
trading
By
with?
the way.
No, but yeah, 1,000 or two. But yeah, that's about it.
Okay. To trade with or to invest in yourself?
To trade with, yeah.
Okay. And how much money have you
1,000 or two
set aside? Listen, like
Canadian.
Like I said, I want you to get value on this call. I hope you do get value. To be like quite honest with you, we'll get into the investment and stuff like that. But this isn't free, obviously. I'm sure you know that. And the last thing we want is to put you in a worse financial situation. Hurt you financially. We want to help you financially. Do you have capital set aside to also invest into a mentor and take that step?
I would say no at this time.
Okay. Can I ask why do you say no?
Yeah, I think it's much of the debt. Yeah, that I have. Yeah.
Can I share your perspective on that if you're open to it? What's like the best way to get out of the debt?
Yeah, so he said he didn't give you a clear answer in the beginning. He was like 1,000 or two. Gotcha. Okay. Wait, which one is it? Is it $1,000 you have set aside, or is it 2,000? Or is it more like? I just want to see if I can help you, like in terms of like set aside solely to invest into yourself. Not like your last dollar. Like I don't want to put you in any weird spots. So is it $2,000 Canadian dollars that you have set aside that you can put all into trading, which includes a mentorship and being able to have money to trade with? Like get a crystal clear answer on that and see what he says. I feel like he has a little bit more, but he's scared to bring up that a little bit more, and then he brings up that he's in debt, and then he just went down that route. I would stay in open pocket more when we financially qualify. So get that real number. Let's say it's 2K Canadian. 2K Canadian, okay, cool. What is that in USD? Like you can even pull up Google Chrome and then search it and share your screen to see how much that is. Like, okay, so this, okay. Now, after bills and everything, how much are you usually left with at the end of every month where you can like put into trading and set aside into investing in yourself? Get that number as well. When you get that number, then you truly know if you can do a payment plan. That's probably why like people pay 1K but then like they never finish their payment plan because they probably couldn't afford the payment plan. They could only do the 1K now and that's it. So it's like very important to see if they can even do the payment plan. And then if you want to get deeper too, like when we have Klarna, because I know Kajabi has Klarna, I'm gonna try to get her on Kajabi as well. So like when we have that, like you can get deeper and get their credit situation. So definitely get a real number, like no like black or white answers where it's like 1 to 2. Like which one is it? Like get the actual number, 2K, and then after bills, how much are you left with? Is that 2K solely for investing and trading, or is that your last dollar? Get really crystal clear on what his financial situation is, then move forward.
I got crystal clear in objection handling what his actual situation was.
Yeah. So if this was his actual financial situation, he would be a financial DQ, right?
He was.
Yeah.
Well, he had 2,000 he had 2,000 liquid, and then he said he had no more money than that, and he said he had like an extra 1,000 set aside each month.
Okay.
Hand 80.
Okay, you can come back next month with that. Like save that extra $1,000. Like if you did DQ him, that's like how I would go.
I still pitched him.
Yeah. Even after the bridge, even at the end, like once you got his, it's because you didn't know his like actual true situation, like his financial situation. Like if you did though, like the actual situation, you could have DQ'd him nicely right there and be like, okay, it looks like this is how much you have in USD. To be transparent, you need $1,000 to trade with the way we teach it. And then bare minimum, you would need at least another $1,000 to invest into the training. So I think the best thing, and by the way, like you mentioned too, you can set aside $1,000 every month. So I think the best thing would be to wait until next month, save up that $1,000, add it to what you have now. At that point, you can use that $1,000 for the mentorship, and then the other 1,000 for trading. That would be the smartest thing to do. Like I want to make sure I can help you, and I don't want to put you in any weird spots. That's why I'm doing this. This will literally be the smartest thing, and then he'll like agree, and then when you do, you just add him to a follow up, and be like, hey, I'll stay in touch with you. When do you know by when you'll have that extra $1,000 saved up? By this time. Okay, cool. I might even like try to book in a time for that just so we have it on the calendar and make sure he writes it down that date. And then I'll follow up with him until then. And then once he has $1,000, then I would hop on a follow up call and close him. But like in order to do that, you couldn't even do that, right? Because you didn't actually know his real financial situation. The only way you could do that if you do know their financial situation. Um, yeah, does that make sense? Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, cool. Dubam, same thing with you. Like when you're financially qualifying, like get their real number. Because one question I have is just like, are they getting in with a 1K payment plan because that's realistically all the money they have, or is it because that's the easier route and you just went with that one? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I had a question on that. The 2 day or yesterday when I had that call with that guy, he took out a loan because he said the APR was too much, and he said he could have got it for like 18% from his bank. He took out a loan for 6K and he got approved, but he said that the money was going to come in 2 days. But I already told him that we can do the worst case scenario. We can do 1,000 per month, and he was like, "I just want to do that."
I think maybe that's why you guys are getting a 1K payment plan because you guys bring it up. I would never bring it up, but you don't go with that plan just because that's like the cheapest one, right? Like everyone's gonna pick that one. That's why you don't give them that option unless that's the only option they can do. I think that's been like probably like one of your issues. Like you try to make that, give them every option. Be like, yeah, we have $1,000. You could do that one. Like that's not even an option until it becomes an option for them. Like they're broke and that's all they can do. But I get their actual situation first, then I'll pitch them what makes sense for them. So like if this person has 3K, I'm not gonna tell them, oh by the way, we also can split it into 1K if that's easier on you. Like no, bro. Of course they're gonna pick that one. I'm like yeah. The lowest payment plan we have is 3K. We just split it in half. Let's do that one.
Okay.
Like never bring up like the cheap options. Like bro, it's not even an option. It's not. We don't have it until it makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that no more. I keep fucking up calls. I just had 2 calls, and each of them my first one took like 2.5 hours. I was trying to get this dude to unfreeze his credit, and kept getting denied. And then the next guy I just talked to had an 8 credit score, 8, just less than 9. He had an 8 credit score.
How's
So
that possible? But I think that's your main issue. Like I've been noticing that's probably been going on for a while. Like ever since you've been closing on the offer. Like you give them the lowest option. Like I think you bring up Klarna off rip. Like you don't even know their true situation. Like you never want to do that. You always want to go for the piff.
Yeah.
But the reason why that's happening is because you're not financially qualifying properly, or you're not financially qualifying at all, which you mentioned. Like you should not do it at all. That's why that's happening. Like you're literally shooting yourself in the foot. Not only are you hurting the setters because everything is tied in together. The setters are like making less money of that because of that. You're making money less because of that. You're making less money. I'm making less money. The marriage is making less money. Everyone's making less money because of that.
Yeah.
Like every little thing you guys do affect everyone, not just yourself. Like I was just talking to my setter on my other offer, and I exposed him. I went into the CRM to see how many dials he was doing, because I could literally see how many dials you're doing and your talk time. So like that little thing of not financially qualifying, Dubam is gonna like hurt everyone. So like, every little thing matters.
How do you go about it if like, let's say let's say you ask them like how much would you have set aside, like not in your trading account, nothing like that, like not in your savings, like how much do you have set aside for this? and then they're like, I have like 2K, and then like you bring up a payment plan for them, and
You don't bring up a payment plan.
so when do you bring up a payment plan?
All right, Dubam. So for everything, well, before I even break down the offer, I want to make sure we can even help you. I guess how much do you have set aside to invest into yourself to get the proper guidance and to have money to trade with, just to see if I can help you?
Okay, I have 5K.
No, say 2K.
2K.
You have 2K? Because we were literally just talking about 2K. You have 2K? Okay, cool. So is that it's 2K USD, right?
Yes.
Not what is it? In what's the Indian currency?
Rupees.
Not rupees. Okay, so you have 2K USD. Now is that 2K set aside liquid to use to invest into trading, or is that like your savings for everything?
This is that's just what I have in total.
For what?
Just that's all I have, and like I just have $2,000 in my name.
$2,000 your name.
Mhm.
Are you working?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, I definitely don't want to put you in like a weird spot financially. Okay, so you have 2K set aside like in your life savings. That's pretty bad. Seriously though, let's lock in. So you have 2K set aside, just savings in general. Okay. How much are you usually left with at the end of every month, like after bills, everything, where you can like set aside to invest into yourself?
Like 1,500.
1,500.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you just not been saving that 1,500 every month? You've just been blowing it on like tables or something?
No, I just recently started this job.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you should. Yeah, man. Do you think it'll be hard for you to keep that to the side, that 1,500 every month?
No, no, it wouldn't.
Okay, cool. So you okay. And that 2K, like once I go, of course you have no idea what you're getting, but like once I break it down, and you loved it, and you're like, oh, this will 100% help me accomplish XYZ goals. Once you get all those details, do you feel comfortable investing that 2K into yourself? If everything was perfect.
Yeah, I mean, I'll have to see everything first, but yeah, I can definitely do it.
Exactly, yeah, yeah. Once I break everything down.
Okay, so you want to financially you want so like, but
Bro, we're
like,
not done, bro. Keep role playing.
all right, cool, cool, cool.
So is that a yes? So your answer was a little uncertain. You're like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, of course I have to see everything, but yeah, if it makes sense, I'm willing to do that.
Okay, cool. Like I want to make sure you're comfortable investing that 2K, because like you said, that's all you have. That's your savings. So I don't want to put you in a weird spot. Okay, cool. I mean, we can. There's a way where we can help you with in that scenario. When it comes to investment, like it's honestly like easy stuff. We have different ways we can help you. So we'll get into that once you know what you're getting. But yeah. So then you pitch. That's how you financially qualify. Like you literally get their exact situation, every detail, to see if it makes sense for you to continue, or do I be smart and be a good human being and DQ them the right way and add them to follow up and come up with a game plan, like an actual game plan on how they can come back in the future.
Okay. I have a quick question on that. Like, what if they're saying like, because for instance, like they're like when you bring that up, they're like, okay, well, how much is the program? They'll just say like, okay, well, how much is the program? Compared to like, because they'll say, oh, I mean, depends like how much the program is, or that's when they start asking about the price and all that stuff. When you financially qualify them before you pitch.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, man. That's not a problem. I definitely get into it. We have a few different options, but I just want to make sure like we can even help you. So with that being said, like how much would you say you have set aside to invest into yourself? Like let's say I break it down and you get all the details and you love it and you're like, yeah, this can you feel confident this can help you get your time back and leave your 9 to 5. How much do you feel comfortable like investing into yourself? Just to see if I can help you.
2K.
It's okay. All right, cool. You go from there. Like if you don't just take that where they're like, oh, it depends how much is the program. I just say I fight back. I'm like, yeah, it depends. There's few options. I can't Like, would it make sense for me to like break down all the options? Because I don't know which one makes sense for you, but like to see if I can even help you. How much would you say you have set aside you can comfortably invest into yourself? Like, get a number out of them, bro. Get a number. Become creative with your word tracks to let their guard down. Once you get a number out of them, then you dig to see if that's the real situation. Get uncomfortable, bro. Like, don't be afraid to get uncomfortable. Like, it's gonna be uncomfortable when you guys are talking about money. But if you're uncomfortable talking about money, they're gonna be uncomfortable as well talking about money, and you're gonna make them uncomfortable. So you gotta do it with confidence. You gotta do this shit like you do every day, like you do this every day, which you guys fucking do this every day. So it should be easy work. And you guys are in a mentorship program where you guys literally like practicing this shit every day. Like you guys live and breathe this. So it should be like easy work. Like you guys should be talking like you guys are masters at this shit and not worried about being afraid of talking about money or what if they ask me how much the program or like XYZ, bro. Like don't overcomplicate. Just keep it simple. Get what you need and you'll be good.
Yeah, you're right.
And you guys need to go back and look at your process. Because, like, if you guys haven't gotten a close in a while or a piff in a while, obviously there's something wrong in the process. So go back and see what you need to tweak. Like, don't be hard-headed and be like, hey, this is what I learned from Giants program, so I'm just going to do this every time. Right? Everyone is different. Every offer is different. So go and watch your calls and be like, okay, I'm not getting a lot. I'm not getting closes. It's been a week. Obviously, there's something wrong with my process. So go back and watch your calls and see what you're doing wrong. For example, you guys are not financially qualifying properly.
Yeah, I'm gonna start financially qualifying aggressively.
Make money.
What's the best way to make money?
There are lots of ways, but yeah.
You have a skill set.
Yeah.
Right? You have a skill set, massage therapy. Right? You have a skill set that able to teach you. The best way to make money is to have a skill set in the market.
Mm-hmm.
But what's the best way to get that skill set?
To use it and kind of, I don't know, scale
What's the
it.
what's the best way to get a skill set so you can make more money?
Go to learn anyone or.
When he said,
Would you be open like later, like we'll get to the investment?
when he said like he has nothing set aside to invest into a mentor, should I just DQ'd him right there?
No, like when he said he has 1 to 2K for trading, that's when I would dig there and see how much he exactly has, and like let him know if it is 2K. Oh yeah, bro, you don't need 2K for trading. You split that in half. You do 1K for trading only, and then you'll take the other 1K. We'll talk about in a second. But it's like, you know what I mean? Like he said he has 2K for trading, but obviously you know he does not need 2K. He only needs 1K. So he realistically has some type of money, but you have to get his real situation. But this guy might have been like a lost cause. Like I don't think he had money, to be honest. But like we have to. I'm just assuming, but we have to actually know for real.
But would you be open to having conversations around the financials so you could get the skill set to make more money to pay off your debt?
What you did was you just went to try to like fix his mindset about money and being in debt. That's not gonna help you if he's like broke. So we have to see if he is broke.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll get into investment. I want you to know like, what the mentorship entails, what that looks like for you, John. Let me break down 3 quick pillars. Pillar 1 is going to be the foundation system that you need in place. This is very, very important. I think it'll be a better idea if I actually share my screen.
Okay.
So, have you ever used school.com?
No.
Okay,
So try doing this.
This is everything you do. So pillar 1 is the classroom aspect.
I want to see.
Wait, pause.
I want to watch. No pauses. I'm watching your guys' process, bro.
You do it after.
What did you just say? Do it quick.
Do it after?
You do it. You talk about the mentorship, and then to like, and emphasize it because it's like a self of like belief. Like, oh, I actually believe you. Then you show them everything. So you like do it like twice. It's like a redundancy thing. I'll show you after.
Double pitch him.
This is pretty much what you do. It's not a double pitch. I remember I used to do something similar. You do your regular pitch, and then be like, oh, by the way, remember I mentioned the roadmap I was talking about? This is what it looks like. These are all the trainings. And remember the community? There's the community right here. And look at all these wins people are posting every day. Like, I don't have to even say anything. I can just read this. People love it. And then the coaching call. This is where you join. All right. That's all you do when you share your screen. You do your pitch, and then you just show them a visual at the end. Like, that's it.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah. I think you did it wrong by, like, trying to make your pitch you sharing your screen. I don't know about that one.
It's yourself, but she's giving you her trades. Not really why.
And also, John, the benefit of being in a community like this, you have people in here in all types of levels. Like people who've been here for 2 years, people who've been who are the same level as you, people who've been training a little bit longer than you. They all have different knowledge, different information that you have access to that you can also learn from them, make connections with them, make friends with them. So not only will you have the marriage coaching you, but you also have other experts in here who've been training for a while and have got XYZ results that you can learn from as well. That's the benefit of being in a community. It's like, for example, we were talking about basketball earlier. If I was just playing basketball by myself, no teammates, no trainers, no connections, no network, versus my teammate who has the best trainers, best connections, XYZ, he has a whole community around him supporting him, who's going to go further in their career? Obviously he is, right? Because he has all those connections and he's in that community. That's why it's the same thing with this, with business and with trading. That's why we put you in this community.
What the community will do is send in their pre-market analysis.
It is, yeah.
Oh, okay. Do you have any more questions before I get to the what the
Oh, okay, we're not done with tie down. I feel like this will help you. Okay, what's making you confident that this can help you? Is it the community I showed you? Is it the coaching calls? Is it you having 24/7 chat access to her and sending personalized looms back and forth? What do you feel like? Well, because everyone's different, John. Which one do you think will help you the most? Oh, the coaching calls every week. Oh, well, why the coaching for you specifically? Oh, because of this, because of this, because of that. Start selling himself. Gotcha. Okay. So that's if they're certain, and then if they give you a yes. But if they're uncertain, you go like the negative route. But that's a full tie down. Once you get that full tie down, actually, I add a negative at the end, regardless of what they say, just to like get them ready for objections or like make sure nothing comes up. So like once they say the coaching, why the coaching? Because of this. Okay, cool. And everything I just went over, John. If you had all of this, and you showed up, most importantly, because this shit only works if you show up and put in the work. So if you did that consistently for a certain amount of time, do you feel like there's any reason why you would fail? No, Kareem, I'm not going to fail if I show up. Right, because like the only way you're going to fail is if you come in for 2 weeks and you throw in the towel, or the only other way is just give it 50% and you half-ass it. And I'm going to let you know right now, if you do that, I don't want you to just join this coaching program because that's how you fail. So those are the only 2 ways you're going to fail. Are you going to do that? Or are you going to actually like show up, put in work? Obviously, I'm putting in work. All right, cool. So with that being said, do you have any other questions before I talk about next steps? No? Okay, cool. So for everything we talked about, it's a one-time investment of 6K USD. Once we process the investment, I'll onboard you on this call. Send you the link, onboard you. Once you take care of the investment, that's when the onboarding will start. I'll get you in the community, everything I just showed you, and you get instant access to it. So you'll be ready right away to hop on the calls, off to those 150K years. So you ready to get started? That's how you end it. Then objections come up, or you just close them.
investment looks like?
Nope.
Okay. Your investment?
How long have you been trading for?
I don't trade. I'm just entrepreneurs with the business.
See, this fucker is not certain. He's already asking you questions. Yeah, get a good tie down for him. You didn't get a tie down, to be honest. But yeah, what would you say is like the main takeaway you got from this call?
Financially qualifying.
Yeah, just get crystal clear on their answer on financially qualifying. And in general, make sure he's giving you crystal clear certain answers throughout the whole call.